What's up, Howlers? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are at. We are live. I'm Allergus,
I'm Hazy.
and this is Howling at
Playing
Night.
at night.
So close,
So
so
close.
close.
We got really close that time.
For those of you that were watching the live a little while ago, we were doing Marvel Rivals. Hold up. We got some back feed. Um, we were doing some Marvel Rivals, taking a look at the new videos from the devs and stuff with Guam Guam, as well as trying to get some matches in. We did in fact get a little bit of gameplay with Cyclops, uh, and we'll kind of go into that. As well as we unfortunately were not able to get a match on the new map. Hopefully, sometime within the next week, we can actually get a match on the new map.
We'll
But
see.
basically, we're gonna talk about the changes, the updates that we've seen, stuff we're excited about for 8.5 um, at the current moment, and then we'll go into games that we actually have ranked in.
This pissed me off.
What?
I'm playing. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a game, and I keep respawning in and dying, and it's pissing me off.
Gotcha.
Like a butterfly, like a killer.
But Hazy,
Yeah, it's good, sir.
do you want me to go down the list and then you give input? Because I have a list. I
Yeah,
literally wrote
I'm
a,
down.
a whole list. Not a whole 10, unfortunately, but I do have a list. Um, I'm gonna start with the Shillong tournament Groot skin. I think it's
Yeah.
clean as fuck.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah, definitely.
Like I saw it.
That's the skin that's guaranteed. I'm going to be trying Groot out because of that skin once I have it.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. It's cool, it's slick, it's nice. It gives a bit of a bestial form to Groot, which we haven't really seen.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's on par with his Yggdrasil skin.
mhm.
Dude. Dude. Oh my god. Fucking sorry.
um, the 616 Day Vault, which I'm excited for because I've missed some skins.
I'm intrigued.
The fact that they brought back the old swimsuit skins and even some of the Phoenix Force stuff, I'm super excited to
Art.
hopefully get my hands on some of it. Within the next, I think it's about a week, a little over a week. It's from the 12th to the 26th. So by the time this ends up on Spotify or YouTube, I don't know if it will be ending, but the VOD will still be up on Twitch, and I will get hopefully sooner than later the VODs up on YouTube. But yeah, the 616 Day Vault, the fact that they're bringing back such awesome skins, I think is awesome. Uh, I'm trying to go down the list, and
Arky.
feel free to
Fuck.
interject if anything pops up, Hazy.
No, you're fine.
Um, oh, we have a new team up in Marvel Rivals. With Wolverine and Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, we have Marvel Beyblades before GTA 6. What are your thoughts on this, Hazy?
Beyblade.
Yeah, literally. So I
It's
have.
funny as hell. And this okay, so I am lucky enough to experience the fucking Beyblade first fucking hand. That thing, honestly, it's a powerful team up.
Yeah,
He can rip through fucking enemies with that. It's surprising. It is surprising how effective that actually is.
I have not experienced it, but I am. Yeah, I don't know if I'm even mentally prepared to handle it. In all honesty,
You know,
uh,
it's gonna be fucking terrifying though.
what?
It's going to be it's him. It's that team up, and then Logan's team up with the Hulker thing. So the Hulker thing just throws him into the back line, and then Beyblades.
Oh, does he still have
Got
that
to.
team up?
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
We'll have to check at some point because that
I'm pretty sure he still does. I'm
quite
pretty sure it's one of his
literally,
team ups that's
quite
sticking around for a
literally let it rip.
while. Yeah. It's literally the let it rip tactic.
Oh my
Throw the man
gosh.
into the back line and then let him fucking spin. He is going to do some damage.
Um, but speaking of Cyclops, unfortunately for those of us that are not duelist mains in DPS, um, what are your thoughts on the unfortunate events today of Cyclops coming out as a duelist?
I don't know what else you were expecting, I'll be honest. I knew he
I'm
was
gonna
going to
be
be a
honest.
duelist.
I had hopes. I knew he was gonna be a duelist, but I had
He
hope.
was. There was no fucking way in hell he was going to be anything else. His whole thing is he fires literal kinetic energy out of his fucking eyes. There was no
Yeah.
way to conceptually design that as
Well,
healing, and there
here's
was
the
no
thing.
fucking
They
way he's
did.
ever been conceptually designed as a tanky person.
My thing was he was either going to be. Some people were like, "Oh, he's going to be Vanguard," and I was like,
No,
maybe,
he's not.
but like, he's more inclined for maneuverability, so he makes sense to be a DPS, right? To be a duelist. I was low key kind of hoping for another support and maybe get the flip to the script like how they did with Gambit. Uh, which also normally does not have healing abilities, but they made it work. Um, the fact that we have another duelist on the roster just kind of pushes that oversaturation even more. Even though like I am 100% like excited that Cyclops is here, he's on the roster, right? The fact that we do have another duelist, it in an already saturated environment for duelists, um, really makes it difficult. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Any other comments about that?
I mean, as far as Cyclops goes, I'm happy he's in the game. He feels like
Mhm.
one of the characters that should have been in here from the get go. But also, it just makes sense. Him being a duelist is just like,
Yeah,
what else were we expecting?
yeah.
That you know,
Um,
I will say I have been seeing a thing go around that's I don't know if it's like it's not confirmed as far as I could tell. It's mainly a rumor,
okay.
but it is the fact that Doom may be the next hero added to the game.
So I don't think he's going to be the next hero. I do think, however, he is
Or no,
coming up.
he's supposed to be the hero in season 11. Is from what I've is what I'm seeing.
I
Next hero.
think I took a screenshot.
Well,
Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. Pictures? No. I'm trying to find it and I can't. Did I not take it on my computer? Um, I'll try to find it while we're talking. My next thing is the new map, the Kunlun Shenlong Arena. Even though we weren't able to get a match on the new map today, I am excited for it. I am looking forward to hopefully um being able to play on it. Hopefully this week. What are your thoughts on finally getting another map added to the game?
I think it'll be interesting. I think it's nice to get another map again. Like
Yeah,
it's refreshing to possibly get to play on somewhere new, especially because like if you actually think about it, genuinely, there's so many places that we could go.
yeah.
And if I remember correctly, the new map is supposed to be Alchemax, right? Or it's supposed to be near Alchemax.
The new map that's coming
No,
out
no, 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 no.
is
It's
the
It's like a
temple.
tournament thing, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the temple. Yeah, no, no, no.
Uh, so the stuff that I've seen, I for some reason can't find the picture. Basically, um, from what I've heard, is that next season, I believe we're supposed to be getting potentially Jubilee,
Is
which
something
is
I've
an
heard.
which is another X-Men, and the Hood, which I think he's definitely more tuned to be a duelist.
I've heard stuff about the Hood. I've been hearing hard that people think he's going to be a fucking Vanguard. Like everybody thinks he's going to be Vanguard,
I
which will
mm,
be interesting. If he is, that's
if he is a
interesting.
Vanguard or even I see him more being a strategist than a Vanguard, but I think his kit is probably going to be more towards being a duelist. Um, they, I mean, they teased him in the comics, right, for Marvel Rivals, but they
Yeah,
also showed him in a actually live action with Ironheart, the Ironheart series.
yeah. I saw that.
So there's definitely going to be skins and stuff for him, assuming that he comes out next
There's going to be
season.
something for him.
Yeah, yeah. Um, in addition to those two, I believe in season 9 potentially. I think season 10 we're supposed to be getting um but either season 10, season 11. I've heard things for of either Blue Marvel, which is like basically Marvel Superman, I guess.
No,
Kind
that's
of.
Century. No, that's Century.
No, this one
Blue Marvel is a very different. Think of Blue
uh
Marvel as like the Shazam of Marvel.
okay. Without the whole
He's
Shazam
very
child
without the
turning
whole
into an
Shazam
adult.
child thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very much akin to a superhero like character.
Yeah.
But Sentry would be the character you would equate to Superman. Blue
Yeah.
Marvel would be more like Shazam, or
Hmm.
maybe even like the OG Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
And then I've also heard Gore the God Butcher and Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
And I'm like, which version of Gore first off, and which version of Doctor Doom? Because oh boy.
From what I've
Uh,
seen as like references to
yeah.
Doctor Doom, it's been heavily thought that he's going to be like a very bulky Vanguard esque Doom,
Hmm.
and so I think it's supposed to be like a Doom from like the timeline of like I forget what the timeline is called.
2099 or like
No,
present?
no, not that. No, 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 no. It's like a specific timeline where a bunch of fucking heroes are dead, and like he's a very big, like he's basically kind of ruling the world in a sense, but there's not many people to rule over anymore.
Gotcha. But I mean, it makes sense that they would drop a Doctor Doom, especially with literal Doomsday coming out towards the end of the year. In addition, um, I'm excited for the Rivals Summerfest, which is supposed to come on the 18th. Which means new skins, new swimsuit skins. I think we're also supposed to be getting a lot more in regards to skins. What are your thoughts of like any new skins coming out?
This there is one skin that I know I want to get, and
Hmm.
that's the new skin that's supposed to be coming out for Magic.
Oh, is it the
Yeah, you
one
know.
where it looks like a digital like headpiece?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's out right now.
No, not quite yet, but it's supposed to be out very shortly.
No, no, no. Like I think I could have sworn I saw it in the thing.
But I'm looking forward to it mainly because it's one of the ones that it's supposed to have like alt colors,
Hmm.
and it's like a skin that I actually like. Seems cool to
Well,
me.
we'll have to check after the pod stream, but I'm pretty sure I saw it in the thing, so it might be out already. Um, was there any other ones that you were like,
That's the
yes?
big one for me. Is
Mm,
that one?
okay.
That's not good.
I know there was a few. Like, there's the Groot one that I mean, I'm super excited for it to come out. There's the Weapon M Cyclops skin that I'm gonna be honest is
I
it's
mean, that's already
clean.
out. That's already out.
I mean, it just came out today with him.
But yeah,
Um,
it's a solid skin. It looks really nice. I'm looking forward to more skins that might come out for him. I'm
yeah.
hoping, I'm hoping we get his X Force skin,
Ooh, that would be a really good skin.
and
Um,
I want the skin. The skin that I want the most is his skin where it's him and Emma Frost are in charge of the X-Men, and they're
mhm.
kind of take him down a very dark path because it's such a clean looking.
Yeah, I agree. Um, that's kind of all my thoughts for skins. With that, I think I have one more. Unfortunately, out of the videos that we kind of saw, there wasn't any nerfs or buffs. We're supposed to hopefully within the week or next couple weeks get a dev video from Marvel Rivals in regards to
Yeah,
nerfs and buffs. Because there's
I'm sure we'll
probably
see.
definitely much needed nerfs and buffs across the board. Um, but I mean, with a new hero, there's bound to be some nerfs or buffs, depending. Um, but yeah, that's kind of all I have for the list in the current Marvel Rivals, I guess, stature. I think this season's been a very interesting season. It's been very good. They've had kind of nerfs as well as slight buffs, depending across the board, and made it a bit uh, take a bit longer to get your ults off. Uh,
Yeah,
I think they went in the right direction for that. Um, it's more grounded where you could have a viable two healer comp or matchup. It's not as heavy for the three healers as well as like other things. What are your
I do
thoughts on the
appreciate.
current?
I mean, in general, I think it just. I think we're in an interesting place when it comes to general like the builds of how teams are working and whatnot. Because like triple heal still very viable, but it's not necessary anymore. I do think Devil Dinosaur is still dominating the playfield, although ever since the nerf, which I think is really good, we've definitely seen a lot less of him. I think we're
Mhm,
probably going to see something very similar with uh Scott.
mhm.
Like because I'll be honest, like the range from what I've seen on him is insane.
Oh yeah, because like we even were looking at stuff in the practice area, and like you hit it from like way back, like
Yeah, no,
way
I was
behind, like
the range on his ult
yeah,
alone is disgusting.
yeah.
Again,
Because in the practice area, right, they have basically yardage of like from 0 to how many feet out you could hit an enemy, and you were way past the 0 line. Like I think probably like
I was
another.
on the stairs.
Yeah, and you hit them. Granted, it wasn't the full force of the alt or your
No, no, no,
abilities,
no, no.
but it
It was
still
not.
hit them and dealt a decent amount of damage. Where it's like, oh crap! Well, you could be across the map and be a menace. But yeah, I mean, like overall, I think we're in the right direction for this season. Um, with how the heroes are, there's probably some necessary nerfs or buffs depending uh in slight you know maybe even some nerfs or buffs in regards to Scott. How are you feeling going against him in the matches that we went?
I mean, unlike Devil Dino, I haven't felt him nearly as dominant per se,
yeah.
but he's definitely present. And I don't that could just be because of like him being, new and whatnot, and so it's
Hmm.
just people wanting to try him out. But
Yeah.
he's definitely there. Like you feel his presence when he's in the game.
I will say I don't think I really heard like an alt
No, I
statement.
got no, I didn't hear an alt statement at all. I did get hit with a few,
Like
but
I've seen the alt, but I don't think I heard like a typical statement that comes with an alt where it's like you know come to me my X-Men or something that you would probably expect him to say with his alt. Um
yeah, I don't know.
um but yeah, that's basically my list for the current development with Marvel Rivals. If you have nothing else really in that regard, we could go down our kind of list for games that we may have climbed rankings in, um, including maybe Marvel Rivals.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, we can move into that.
Okay. I will have you do your first one, and we'll kind of. I have a slight list. I don't have like a big list.
I've
I
I've
mean,
got
I've
I've got I think I've got maybe 3 ranks
yeah,
I've
yeah,
effectively tried to climb before. One
hmm
is more recent, although I haven't really been doing a lot as of late,
yeah,
mostly because there's another because is for the specific reason that in this game there's another game mode that's come out and it's been so much fun that it's been the main game mode I've played in.
yeah.
But and that's Apex Legends. I've been playing a
Oh,
lot of Apex Legends lately. I've been really enjoying it. It has a ranked mode, but I haven't really been doing too much with it, mostly because there's a new mode called Wild Card, which is basically there is a it keeps the aesthetic of the battle royale type game that it is, but also adds in like this cool little effect where as the rings close, a new global effect will take place. Like, and those range from making everybody really small to when you're crouching, you have camouflage to a blind box, meaning a random gun is given to every single person, but it's always the same gun for each person,
hmm
and it's so much fun, especially because like it's also set up in a way where it's not like you're not necessarily having to loot
yeah,
constantly. You kind of just you go in, you pick up whatever guns you feel like you're going to do the best with,
yeah,
and then you pick up like 300 of ammo for that gun and then just start firing away. And as you get more kills, as you play aggressively, your gun will get upgraded, and it pushes people to play the game in a more aggressive standpoint. Whereas with the base game, you could have just the option of trying to hide as best as you can and camp in a room. And it's also got like it's essentially infinite respawns up to like the final ring, where then the respawns are shut off. But
hmm
because of that, I haven't been playing ranked too often. But ranked is kind of interesting in that game, especially because it's set up where you cannot go there. There are only trio games when it comes to ranked, so you have to play with at least 2 other people.
yeah.
But the higher ranked you become, I believe it's diamond is where you reach a point where you cannot load into a game with people.
Wait,
You have to you
so
have yeah, it forces you to play with randoms.
oh, is it kind of like Rivals in the sense where you can play with a certain amount of people, but then like at higher ranks, you can't play with as many of your friends?
Yeah, and that like once you reach a certain rank, you just have to load in by yourself.
But it's just a little bit different where instead of you can play with like two or three people, you have to play with two or three people,
Well,
from what it
what's
sounds
the
like. Or is
okay?
it
Basically, the way this game is set up, it's Apex Legends is a battle royale game that
Mhm,
heavily defined by its unique characters. For
mhm,
instance, I play Revenant, which is this assassin robot character. And his abilities are kind of the fact that he has like a passive that allows him to move faster while he's crouched. He can
Yeah.
climb up walls further than all the other characters. He has a lunge thing that he can launch himself across the field if he needs to get into enemies or away from them. And
Mhm.
his ult has like this is like this. He sets up like this little pillar thing that essentially gives him a second life.
Yeah.
He becomes a little more durable. He outputs a little more damage. And if he dies while this is active, I believe he just respawns on the pillar
Okay.
automatically. But it's also set up in the way of like if I'm playing Revenant, no one else can play Revenant. Well, Wildcard is also different because your entire team can just be the same character if you wanted to. It's
Yeah.
whatever. But again, all characters have different abilities, different stats. And all the characters are sorted into different groups, similar to how Marvel has duelist, vanguard, and support. In
Yeah.
here, you have assault, skirmisher, recon, support, control, each one doing a different effect. And when
Okay.
they're with them being sorted into these classes, each of these classes have their own passive effects that are just broadenized across the characters. For instance, again, I play Revenant, who is an
Mhm.
assault character. As an assault character, I get the passive of if I break an enemy's shield, I increase my speed and reload speed. I can carry extra ammo and ordnance, and I also gain access to hidden loot in what are called red weapon supply bins. I get basically if I'm the one to open these special crates that are across the map,
Yeah.
if or an assault character opens them, better loot comes out of it. And then finally, as an assault, I have a passive effect that will basically automatically reload my stowed away weapon.
Oh, so, like, if like, you have, like, a
I
sidearm or a main weapon, it'll load it for you?
every character has two weapons.
Okay.
Although there are two characters that are a little unique in that standpoint. One of them is called Ballistic, the other is Vantage.
Uh-huh.
Vantage is a little different because she has her own custom sniper that she can pull out that allows her to like mark and pinpoint enemies for her team. And then
Okay.
Ballistic is unique because he's the only one who gets a third weapon. He gets to pick up a third weapon from the map.
Oh.
Yeah, he's interesting. Which is funny because you never see
Cool.
anybody play him though. But no, all, huh? Oh, but his third gun doesn't get attached. That's fair. But no, all the classes do something different. Assault is more about doing damage and hitting hard.
Yeah.
Skirmisher is about mobility and getting your team around into different places. Recon is about like keeping track of your enemies, knowing where rings are and whatnot.
Mhm.
Support is more about team survival and giving your characters good supplies.
That
And
makes sense.
control is all about is it it's you always know if there is a control person on your team, the end result is you guys are going to end up setting up in some kind of building and just camping there.
Yeah.
The Because that's all of them kind of do that in one way or another. There's Caustic, whose whole thing is he sets up like poison little gas canisters that only hurt his enemies. There's Watson, who sets up electrical fences that damage enemies as they go through it. You have Rampart, who can set up little barricades in front of doorways to like,
Mhm.
which also she's a bit unique though, because she also is just she's a control who for some reason just has a big fucking turret as her ult. And when I say turret, I mean she just whips out a Gatling gun and just starts firing.
So, basically Punisher.
Yeah, more or less. And then there's Catalyst, whose whole thing is she can basically make I don't know what to call dark matter like ooze shit and just kind of like set up like spike traps and
Mhm.
lock doors down so people can't get through it and shit like that. But yeah,
Okay.
all the characters are unique, all the characters are different, and it's kind of heavily built around team gameplay. You
Yeah.
want to have a good variety of characters. So if you have an assault character, you don't really want other players to play assault. If you have a control character, control is actually kind of unique because like if you're running one character and then you have two controls, you're actually probably going to win. Weirdly enough, because that just means you now have two ways to fucking barricade yourself into a room.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's whatever. But no, it's a game that it's ranked as very unique because of the fact that it's not all that toxic. Because a
Hmm.
lot of the time you're only ever hearing your team. You only ever hear your team most of the time. You can hear other teams, but you don't have to. You can just mute them.
Okay.
It's a fun
Um,
game.
I put on my number one, and granted, I haven't played as much as I have in the past, especially during COVID, which was a wonderful time for gaming. Even though I was one of the few people that was fortunate enough that I was working full time all through COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much game time. Um, and that is from a mobile game called Legends of Ace.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically
A
the
game you got me
yeah,
into.
yeah. So basically, to give chat and those watching context, it's basically League of Legends but for mobile. Um,
Yeah,
the big difference, however, is instead of going back to spawn, um, while you're out in a field, you have a pre-constructed list of cards that'll buff you at particular levels in the match. Um, and
I'm gonna
that's
be brother. I hate to break it to you, but that is still just League of Legends.
yeah, but you don't have to go. My thing is you don't have to go back to spawn for those. It just
You don't really have
happens.
to do that in League of Legends.
You do in order to
Nope,
get
not anymore.
upgrades.
Not anymore.
Oh well, then I haven't played it
They changed that.
recently, so
They
I don't
changed that a
know.
while ago.
I haven't played it
They changed that a
recently, so
while
I
ago,
don't
from what I
know.
know.
Yeah,
Unless that's like a specific mode I'm thinking of, but no,
yeah,
I'm pretty
no.
sure you
As
don't
far
have
as
to do
I'm
that anymore.
aware, it's still the same. But yeah, I actually have two heroes that I've actually climbed the rankings. Um, last I checked, I'm like 15th for US in for Odin players. And basically Odin is like this tanky um mid-range character that will summon little minions to fight for him and basically spear chuck the hell out of the enemies. As a matter of fact, their ultimate literally just throws a spear and it goes straight through the map, hitting anybody that's in its way. Which is nice. You know, it actually makes me think that I should probably play Namor because Namor's probably the most similar character to that currently in Marvel Rivals. And I unfortunately have not played Namor really. So I should probably play him some more. But yeah, Odin, and then of course Medusa. Last time I checked, I was like in the top 50, top 60 for the US and or the world. Which is nice, you know, once you get on a ranking and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm like the cream of the crop essentially." Uh it's a different feeling. What is your next I guess game that you've may have climbed a ranking in?
So the truth of the matter is, there's only one game that I've ever effectively climbed the ranks of,
Yeah.
and it was a game that I thoroughly enjoyed. I played it primarily on the Switch, and that is Pokemon Unite.
Ooh.
To the point, I climbed to the point that I was never registered as such, but I came very close that people were consistently referring to me as one of the best Sarah Ledge players they were ever playing with or playing against, because
Mhm.
that was my main. I played Sarah Ledge. For context, anybody who doesn't know what Pokemon is, I'm not going to try and explain that because I'm not going to do a good job. Sarah Ledge is a Pokemon from one of the newest generations, or from the newest generation, who is this big purple knight character with like swords for arms.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's really effective because it has a good it's made in Pokemon Unite. It has an ability that just allows it to like heal upon doing damage.
So kinda like a bleed effect? Like, you deal damage and you get healed? Or like
Yeah,
life link and
life
magic?
leech, like a
Yeah.
life leech effect. The specifically, it's off of his, because basically how this functions is you're slowly just kind of punching enemies, but then you have like two specific moves that you can do.
Mhm.
And one of the big ones that you always want to take is called Bitter Blade, which is his main healing effect. It does some high damage and heals you really fucking well. Combine that with the fact that he's also just very agile and very movable
Yeah.
means even if I get to a point where I'm not able to heal, I can just very easily dip out if I need to.
Gotcha.
Prior to him, I was playing Gengar mainly.
Mhm.
I was playing Gengar and Blastoise, which are kind of the opposites to Zerrilege. They're very tanky, very they're meant to kind of like sit in front of the team and just think of it like a Vanguard type of build if you want
Okay.
to.
Chat says, "I would have loved to hear you try and explain all of Pokemon in a succinct manner."
No, I'm not even going to attempt that. Fuck that. Oh,
You must.
the failure that
Uh,
that would have been.
Who's that Pokemon? I have no
Gen-
clue.
Genuinely speaking, I would love to meet a person in this world who doesn't know what Pokemon is. Like, if there is someone in this
Get
world
to
who doesn't know what
experience it again
Pokemon,
for the first time.
I think that'd just be interesting as hell, you know?
Whoa. Okay, this is gonna be a tangent. Now I
Yeah.
gotta add this as a tangent. What
Okay.
anime would you want to experience again for the first time? That just
Ooh,
came to mind. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." If I was in
that's
that
a
predicament
good
where I
pick.
had amnesia, like, bro.
I mean, it would probably have to be my favorite anime of all time, Overlord. Like, if I got to rewatch
Ooh,
that from beginning to end, especially
that's a
because
good one.
here's the thing, right? It would be so much more it would be so much hard hitting now because when I first started watching it, there was
Mm,
only the first season. There are now 4 seasons of that. Meaning I
yeah,
would get to watch 4 fucking seasons of one of my favorite animes from the get-go and just go, this is amazing. This is
yeah,
a work of art. I am genuine to see though, like I do still think it would be my favorite anime, but I'm
mhm,
curious if I lost my memories and I was sat down, it's like, okay, you're gonna watch this anime because it was your favorite anime. I'm curious if I would have the same mentality of like, oh yeah, this or like I wonder if I'm like I would fucking hype it up as much as I do now, or
yeah,
would I have like a more realistic outlook and go, yeah, it's a good anime. Because the truth of the matter is like it's not going to be an anime that everybody fucking loves,
yeah,
but it's one of those animes that just hits hard for me because of
mhm.
who I am. Yes.
Um, before I say mine, uh, someone just gave an absolutely, like, perfect synopsis of Pokemon. Humans force enslaved tiny monsters to fight for glory.
You just described Power World and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Same same diff. It's also
You
different
just
seeing something as a kid and remembering it in that light than as an adult for the first time.
That's
Yeah,
true. Well, that's the thing. Thinking Overlord, I didn't even first see it when I was a kid. I was late teens. I was
yeah.
into my adulthood when I finally first picked it up. So like
Well, I read it first.
I've grown since then.
I read
I
it
have
first, and
Overlord.
then
I've read part of Overlord. I haven't read a lot, though, mostly because I've
yeah.
just been having. I have trouble trying to find like
It's also the
good
same
sites to
for,
find manhwa on.
so ironically, I've read a lot of manga first before reading or watching the anime. It came
My
out
anime.
afterwards.
Are you able to just pull manga up on my anime list, or is that just specifically animes you want to watch?
Uh, they have both manga and anime.
Okay.
Granted, there's like, it gets a little kind of funky with like webtoons and other things,
What do you usually
but
read your manhwa through or manga?
it depends on the site and what it
Well, I mean,
is.
like I know you read One Piece.
Yeah.
I know you actually
Um,
read One Piece. What do you read? Like, what do you read? Like the big name anime stuff. Like, because I know, because again, we're big manga
yeah.
people, and I need to find a good site.
So normally for stuff like that, I'll keep track of the chapter number that I'm on, and I'll just
Mhm.
type it in Google and hope I can read it. I'm gonna be real
You know what?
honest.
Fair enough.
And whatever site allows me to fucking watch it, hopefully there's no like, special ads when I'm in a public place or uh extra tabs that pop up that will fuck up my electronics. But there's risk. Yeah, risk and
Yeah.
reward. Um, but I'd say, speaking of manga or anime, if I had to revisit it for the first time, it'd have to be one of my first. That being One Piece.
Of course. I fucking knew
It,
from the
it's
get go
over
you were
a
gonna pick One
thousand
Piece.
episodes for a fucking reason. And here's the thing. Everyone wants to complain, oh, it's too long. Until you actually start watching it and enjoying it, and then you get caught up and then you're like, fuck. And then you get to the point where you're week to week like the rest of us that have been watching and reading it for forever. And then you get to understand why we were like, we want more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to
I think
experience that story for the
you know
first
what's
time again.
here's my question, right?
Hmm.
Do you think you would have I feel like your experience watching One Piece over no memory of it now would be drastically different from the original, and you know why that is?
Oh.
You know why?
Huh.
Because think about it. This is something we mentioned last night. You first started watching One Piece through 4 Kids.
True.
So
True.
you wouldn't have those memories of like, oh, the water guns, the suck the lollipops and shit like that. You would have the genuine One Piece stuff.
Yeah. It would be definitely an interesting experience. I think I still would enjoy it as much as I do now.
I do think so,
Um,
yeah. I think that's an interesting aspect, especially if you pick certain animes,
yeah.
because certain animes have multiple renditions. Like for someone who's like, oh yeah, if I watch like someone who first picked up Full Metal Alchemist through the original Full Metal Alchemist and then rewatched it through Brotherhood,
Yeah.
generally would go like, "Oh wow, this is just so much fucking better," right?
Yeah.
Because we can all just generally agree that Brotherhood is just better than the original.
Yeah. 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 Um,
That is another anime that I actually would mind like being in that situation of,
hmm,
where it's like, oh, I've forgotten, I've lost my memories about this anime. Watch it over. I think it would be fucking such a cool anime to rewatch.
what?
Full Malcolm's Brotherhood.
Yeah. Actually, there's a few that I have on a list, and I'm sure I'll put it in the Discord server at some point. Um, or maybe even be able to watch it on stream. That is something that I could probably do. But there's a handful that I definitely want to either rewatch or watch in its entirety.
I know we have plans for an episode of just like of us talking about like anime and stuff at some
Yeah,
point.
that's definitely going to be a
Anime,
pod in and of
anime,
itself at some point.
anime and ASMR. So I think what we decided on for that.
Um,
But like,
but
I think we'll definitely talk more about like anime stuff in that episode. I think.
yeah.
For
Um,
now, back to the ranking
yeah.
stuff.
Back to games that we've ranked in some capacity. I'm gonna do my 2 and 3 because they're kind of in a similar boat. I haven't played them for whatever reason in forever, or I can't play them any longer because they're no longer available to play, unfortunately. Um,
Yeah,
one was Five Families, which was a huge game on Facebook way back when, among other things. I was actually on top of the leaderboards for a while. Ironically, um, it was basically I was a lot younger and I had no life at the time. So there was definitely a lack of touching grass. And I was just, having a lot of powerful units and taking over I wanted it. I took it. Uh
Yeah.
between that and there was a game, I don't remember the exact name because again, this is definitely longer than a decade now. Um I think it was Camelot or like Ice and Fire or something. Something along those lines. It was basically a Age of Empires type game where you had troops from different civilizations that you would conquer and then you basically took under your wing, right? And you could
Yeah.
train them and make them better and whatnot. And I
I
was
get
like
you.
in the top of the leaderboards for like several months. Um
No.
like granted this was like this to give you an idea of like the time frame of this is when Newgrounds was like fully alive and everyone was playing on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that was like old Allergus just grinding away. What is your 2 or 3? I'm not sure where you're at.
I mean, I've only mentioned two, so number three would probably be something else. I tried Fortnite ranking for a little bit, which it
Okay.
wasn't horrible. It's definitely one of the more interesting ranking systems to get brought to like play a part of, right?
Mhm. I don't really
But
I haven't really played ranked in Fortnite. Like I've played Fortnite a little bit, right? Back
I
when I
mean,
used to
it's
stream it, but
it is very unique.
yeah. I don't know. I think that might be an interesting, I guess, game to try to rank into. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, my next one is actually a game that I'm technically in the rankings, if not about to rank in. And that's Farlight 84. I actually streamed it a few weeks ago. I started really getting into it for a bit. And the hero, whatever hero that I was maining at the time, um, I kind of looked at the last time I played, and yeah, I'm literally like maybe a match away, and I'm in the leaderboards. Um, it's basically like a
What the
hero
fuck is my
shooter
team?
with like
Yeah.
I guess added abilities. So you pick up guns and stuff. You find crates to so like everyone can get whatever guns that they want, but then each hero has like unique abilities on top of that. Um, so yeah. Um, what is your fourth, if you have
The
one?
okay, here's I don't really have one. Even
Yeah,
Fortnite was
it
pushing
could
it a
even
little
be a
bit
game
because
that you're
I
wanting to rank
don't.
into, and
That's the thing. I don't play ranked a lot. I don't care to a lot.
that's fine. That's very much
It's
valid.
not. It's not often where.
Hello, party people.
Hello, Bri Bri.
Hello.
Randomly joining. I'm realizing we should. We're in the wrong fucking
Are we?
call for what we're
I thought
doing.
we were. I thought we were in the right call.
No, I guess not.
Hey, what's up,
Well,
buddy?
I guess we have a special guest suddenly. What's up, Bri Bri?
What's
Are you
up?
guys recording?
We're
Yeah,
doing we're doing a podcast. We're
we're
doing a live stream
live.
podcast. We're live
Oh
doing a
no.
podcast.
Oh no. Okay. Fuck.
We're talking about games that we've ranked that we played ranked in and want to do ranked in.
Oh no. I got
Uh,
you.
yeah. I want to say if I had to pick a fourth one, I'd say like I want to play more ranked for Marvel.
So that's actually my fifth. So Marvel Rivals, I finally got plat this season, and mind you,
Yeah.
we still have another half of season 8. So I'm going to try to get hopefully out of plat and to get through diamond and above. And maybe hopefully that we do have a friend that was in plat and they got all the way to grandmaster
Yeah.
Actually over this last weekend, which uh was Phoenix Fan Fusion in this point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to pick their brain on how that was because
Yeah, I
like
agree.
one day they're freaking plat 1 and next thing they're freaking grandmaster 3 and it's like you didn't just go up one rank. You went up like 5. Like holy crap. Um but yeah, that's kind of all I have in regards to
There aren't. Again, like the issue is I don't really care to play ranked too often. Certain games I'm interested in at least trying. Uh, as I stated earlier, how like I've been trying to do ranked for Apex Legends, but the likelihood is I'm not going to stick to that, mostly because I'm generally more of a relax. I prefer to play a game to relax, which is probably why I don't play ranked all that often.
mm,
But again, you know,
but
as of right now, I don't think there are any other games that I'm interested in trying. For.
yeah. I think that's all I have. I mean, we went through like the updates for Marvel Rivals. We went through games that we ranked in. Where can people find you, Hazy?
Yeah, hello. Okay. As I've said before, you can find me on Twitch at under Hazy the Warlock. I do not
Mhm.
currently have access to my X. Probably going to remake that. Probably going to make a new Insta. Once
Yeah,
those are made and whatnot, you will probably find me once again under the Warlock, Hazy the Warlock, or possibly even Hazy the WCW.
yeah. Oh,
Keep an eye out for that.
yeah, I'm on a numerous amount of platforms and socials. You can find me again on Twitch, Alurgus Alurgus. I'm also on both X and Instagram at Alurgus_gaming. I also have YouTube as well as Blue Sky. Yeah, there's I mean going on this week or recently is basically just streaming and of course dropping this podcast off on hopefully Spotify as well as YouTube within the coming days. But yeah, I subscribed over on YouTube earlier. Oh yeah, I
Hell
love
yeah,
you.
we love to
Thank
hear
you.
it.
But yeah, that's basically all I have. Is there anything else that you got, Hazy?
Uh, not I'm trying to think. Maybe.
No, maybe, no, no.
Uh, I'm hoping try to keep an eye out for when I start streaming again. Hopefully that changes in the near future. I'm hoping, however long this move takes, doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
But it might. You know, it's whatever.
Hmm.
Just keep an eye out for my streams. I have a server that will probably be open to the public in the near future.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. And you know, just keep having fun, guys. Keep playing games, being safe. You know, and I hope you guys are enjoying this interesting content we're making now.
Yeah. Well, either way, we will see you guys in the next adventure. Hopefully, you have an awesome rest of your day, rest of your week, or rest of your evening, depending on where you're at. And see you guys in the next one.
Be safe.